Hello again, guys. So a very large box full of stuff from NVIDIA showed up on my doorstep today, and here it is. This is the contents of that box. As you can see here, we have the 16GB Shield TV, Shield Android TV device. This is unfortunately not the Pro version that has a 500GB drive inside of it, but cannot complain about it. It also came with the Shield remote and the stand to set it all on. So I thought I would just open these three things up, let you see what comes in the boxes, and then at some point down the road I'll be doing a full review of this for the XDA developers channel. So let's sort of start things off in reverse order. This is the stand for the Shield itself. I love the way that NVIDIA packages things. They're always very easy to get open and interesting and unique in some certain way. So this is, wow. That is a very interesting little device. It says peel this off one time before you apply it. This is going to help hold it in place. It's one of those sticky rubbery things. And I guess that is the grand majority of the stand. That was quick. Moving right along, this is the remote for the Shield. We'll go ahead and peel the back off of this. As I said, NVIDIA loves to put on these little tabs and everything to make it easier to unbox. There's tabs on the top and the bottom. So there we go. All right, and so here is the Shield remote. The remote primarily for controlling the Shield TV device. Very solid in the hand, feels very nice. It looks like it does have a micro USB, potentially charging port here at the bottom, as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack. And then on the device itself, you've got what appears to be a little speaker. Go ahead and peel all this plastic off because that's a lot of plastic. Although before I get rid of that, you may have noticed there, it does have a volume up, volume down touch capacitive button there, so I'll have to keep that in mind, remember that. But then you've also got your touch for voice controls, you've got a back button, what I would assume is a home button, and then the little circle controls with the inner button there. We'll figure out more about this as we move on as well. And underneath all of that in the box, you do have the quick start guide for the Shield, the support guide for the Shield, and a micro USB potentially charging cable. Love these very sturdy NVIDIA cables. And finally, we saved the best for last, the Shield itself. Another one of these pull tabs on it, so let me go ahead and grab that. There we go. Oh, almost forgot. Here on the back, there's actually a little pull tab as well. This looks like the ones that Amazon uses in their Fire boxes. And for the magical moment, here we go. There it is. So this little box is the NVIDIA Shield Android TV box. Go ahead and peel all the little plastic bits and bobs off, because there's quite a bit of it. But there you go. You have some very nice NVIDIA branding. It has this little artsy design on it. Not a whole lot to do on the front there. This appears to be a button, but maybe it must be the IR blaster. Nothing on this side, nothing on that side, nothing on the bottom. Although this does have a bit of a rubbery finish, so if you want to lay it down on whatever table you put it on, this is kind of rubberized, so this section here will keep it nice and firm. But as we said before, we do also have the stand, so we should be able to fit this into the stand quite nicely. Yeah, that slides together just right, no problems. And then while we're here, we'll go ahead and take a look at the back. There we have a micro SD card slot, micro USB port, 2 USB ports, which I will assume are USB 3. It says SS and then has the USB symbol, which I think means super speed, or it's able to charge things while it's not powered on. You have your Ethernet port, full-size HDMI port, and then the proprietary charging port. And then the rest of the box, we have an HDMI cable, full-size HDMI cable, not terribly long, I would assume 3 feet. A micro USB cable, this power brick that I've heard so many fun things about. Not a terribly long cable, but it should get the job done. As well as the US power adapter to hook to that. Let me go ahead and just hook these two together. And take all the plastic off. And then we'll slide them together there. And while we're here, let's just take a look at that power brick. It says output is 19 volts at 2.1 amps. So keep that in mind. You do have to have an awful lot of power to power this thing. And then the very last thing in the box is another Shield controller with a quick start guide and a support guide. It looks like the same one we had with the remote. So yeah, this, if you're not familiar with it, is the Shield controller. It's able to be used with Wi-Fi. It doesn't use Bluetooth by default, but I think it does support Bluetooth as well. This is the same sort of controller you could get for the Shield tablet, so hopefully these will interplay together nicely. So at this point, if there's a 2-player game available for the Shield TV, I'll hopefully be able to play side by side with my little boy, and that should be very, very nice. And actually, before I let you go, I thought I would do just a quick comparison between the old and the new Shield controllers. This is the previous generation one. As you can see, looking at them side by side, they look an awful lot alike, except the buttons have changed. Their style a little bit more like Lollipop now. Previously, they had these older style, yeah, there you can see that a little better, the home, back, and start buttons. Now it's home, back, and start. The same capacitive, not pushy button here, kind of not a fan of that. And then you continue to have these volume rocker down here at the bottom, which is very nice. The buttons themselves, they all feel the same, so it was a good design. Why change it, right? All they really seem to have changed are the icons for this. And on the back, you do still have the micro USB charging port, as well as the 3.5mm headphone jack and the bumper buttons and everything. You know, I thought just for fun, I'll go ahead and I'll see if I can hook this up and get it working. So what I've done, I've gone ahead and hooked the Shield TV device up to HDMI. I've plugged this into the wall, and we're going to just give it some power and see what happens. So at this point, we are plugged in. And then it apparently is going to swap right over to the HDMI device. And there you go, we are booting. It says NVIDIA. I also brought over the remote and the controller, so I figure I'll just try to pair these up again real quick as well. So there's your Android TV boot animation. It says tap the button to connect your controller. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. At this point it's flashing. And it says welcome. Hopefully I'll be able to do the same thing with this one as well. Maybe I'll have to do that in a minute. But the controller does appear to be working, so let me hit A to select. I'm going to pick the Wi-Fi network. Alright, and we are now connecting to my Wi-Fi network. You don't need to know my password. It says connected successfully. Connecting to Google. I would assume at this point it's probably going to ask me for my login info. Alright, somewhere along the way this must have gotten stuck because I hit back and then forward again, and now I'm at the sign in to Google message. So let me go ahead and sign in, and we're ready to sign in. And there's our success message. By continuing, yeah, we're going to go ahead and continue. Setup's complete. We're ready to go. There we go. So we should be connected to Wi-Fi. We should have the base set up ready to go. I am using the Shield controller, so I think what I'm going to do is see if I can figure out how to get into the settings, Shield accessories, and then connect an accessory, because I want to be able to use the remote as well. Well, it appears the battery must be dead in my remote, so I'll just continue using the controller for now. So as far as apps, there you go. There's a list of some of the apps that are available, and as well as some more that you can get for it. Plex is one that I always use because I have a Plex server here at home. I don't want to go into setting all this up. There's your Shield Hub, where you can stream games, download games, or do PC games from your PC over the GeForce card. Again, I'm not going to want to log in and do that right now. I just wanted to see what's available. Download games, this is going to be the ones you actually get from Google Play that they recommend. Stream games, that's going to connect to their NVIDIA Grid service, which again, I'm not going to log in right now. I found that trying to log in using this, not the best option, although because it does have the USB ports, I can plug a keyboard in, or a Bluetooth keyboard, or wireless, or anything, and it should work fine. And then here at the top, we have some just recommended content, some YouTube stuff, some Google Play music, other things on YouTube. Basically where I would spend an awful lot of time. So anyway, I'm going to be using this over, like I said, the next few weeks until I do my review over on XDA, and then I will let you guys know what I think of it over there. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns about it, do feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to see specifically in the review, make sure that I know that as well. Remember, if you do like this video, hit the like button, the thumbs up down below the video, and subscribe to receive more videos when they become available. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.